Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's a Crypto back at it with another Season 3 Smite build. Today, we're doing the god BAKASURA. If you don't know, Baka is a assassin and is very good at dealing massive amounts of damage using basic attacks. We'll go over his abilities real quick and what they do now. Alright, so his one, as you can see here, is a leap, I could say. Jumps decent distance, it does some damage, not really too much, but it does debuff the enemy, so you could jump into the area and then use your other ability. No. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Crypto back at it with another Season 3 Smite build. Today they're doing the god BAKASURA. If you don't know, Baka is an assassin, and yeah, let's get right into this build. So first off, as we normally do, we will go over the abilities and what they do and how to rank them. So the first ability you're going to want to rank is going to be your 3. Your 3, as you see, as soon as you proc it, it kind of gives you that bluish glow. It also does the extra 70 damage that you're seeing when it's Odin buff. So realistically, you're doing upwards of like 160 extra damage to somebody early game, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, because you're very low early game. Health, you probably have around like 400, something like that, around level 1. So if you're actually able to catch somebody off guard, you can really catch them, or sorry, kill them, and that could be a very kill. The only thing with Baka, his early game is just the same. If he gets off guard and you get outplayed, then you're gonna get shit on, and not gonna be a fun game for you since you're already falling behind. Alright, so his second ability is a very unique ability to this wonderful Smite. This ability allows him to eat minions, as we will go on over here. He's allowed to eat minions at 33% health, and then smaller minions such as wave minions. Oh, that just killed him. So here he can now actually eat the minion, but he can eat lane minions without actually even hurting them, and this makes him actually not really too good, but you could use him in solo. He's not very used much. If you like this god and you happen to be actually decent with him, then go ahead and give it a try. And then his one, as you can see here, is a leap. It has decent distance, so you're gonna get this one last overall. Even though it does do a decent amount of damage, it scales up to 340, as you can see here, and it does get the enemy a protection debuff. But all that set aside, his 3 and his 2 main abilities skip. And then his ult. So his ult works by eating minions. As you can see here, you get up to 6 minions, and then once you use your ult, you regurgitate them, and then you would see 6 minions sitting around, and they will attack whoever is in the area. As you can see also right there, your basic attack becomes a cone shaped, and you're actually able to hit as many gods that are in that cone as once. And this is good for our build because it allows us to activate some of the items in our build. Alright, so first off, more than likely, you guys are going to be using him in jungle. Obviously, if you're going to want to have Boma's Mask, since this is what every jungler needs. After that, as you can see already by this builder here, you're going to go into Ninja Tabi. You know what, I'm going to do this. You're going to go into Ninja Tabi. You can go into Warrior Tabi if you think that suits your needs better. I like going into Warrior Tabi since he doesn't really have too much attack speed in this build, and this is just that much closer to maxing him out at that 2.5. So after that, oh, but for your first relic, you're probably just going to want to go, you can go either Wrath or Purification. Like I said, he is really squishy in the beginning, so if their team has a lot of ICC, I would recommend going Purification just for the safe route, and then go into Wrath for objective control, such as Gold Fury, Camps, and Fire Giant. So we're going to go into Wrath. So after that, you are going to go into Frostbound. I know this sounds kind of weird, but Frostbound is able to slow down the enemy, and it reduces also their attack speed. So if you're going over to gank right side and you want to focus on the ADC, this will make it so the ADC is getting impaired heavily because their movement speed is reduced by 30 and their attack speed is reduced by 15 for 1.5 seconds. Also, it gives you some nice physical power, and 300 health, which is nice because, as I said, Baka's early game not very good because of low of health and protection. So that's our next item on this. After Frostbound, you're going to want to go into the item Ichabod. Ichabod is a pretty damn amazing item. ADCs use it all the time. It helps them box. Pretty much what it does is it steals their physical power, and then it increases your physical power. So it's kind of like a trade-off. It also gives you 30% attack speed and 10 physical penetration, which will help get into warriors and guardians. And maybe if the mid laner is getting kind of dumpstered and they go into protections, this will help get rid of those protections. After that, you're going to want to go into an item called Chin Size. I'm sure you guys know what Chin Size does. This just makes it so every time you basic, I'll show you, every time you basic you do an extra amount of damage. So as you see here, the yellow sitting there procking is what the Chin Size is doing. It bases off how high of, or so yeah, how much health they have. So if they have around like, say like 3k or 2k, you'll be hitting them for like 60, 70, 100, depending on how much health they. Alright, so after that, let's go check this real quick. Alright, so after that, you're going to want to go into an item called Wing Blade. If I can type right. There we go. Alright, so Wing Blade, this gives you an extra 300 health, which is pretty crazy. You're going to end up with, as you can see here, 2,615 health. And it also gives you some crowd core reduction, which is nice because as Baka, like I said, you're very low on protections. So if you get stunned or rooted of some sort, you're going to want a quicker way to get out, and maybe even this could save your life. Like you could have like 200 health left or something like that, and one ability could be on you, and this could cut down the time by like maybe half a second, and that can give you your chance to jump away. Also gives you a nice amount of attack speed and movement speed. Also, when you are slowed, you gain movement speed, 20% movement speed, so you're going to be up to 490. And also on top of Baka's passive, if you eat a minion or kill somebody, you gain another 10% movement speed. And also stacks, so you're going to have 60 extra movement speed once you have all of this in here. And on top of that, so it's like 70 extra percent movement speed right there. So you're going to be at around 540 movement. Pretty crazy. And finally, for last item, sell Booma's Mask. And you are going to go into an item called Executioner. I keep checking it. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning making this build video. Anyways, Executioner shreds your protections, and ultimately he's going to replace Ichabod for late game. Ichabod falls off late game just because it doesn't bring a lot to the table. Executioner is able to steal 12% of their physical protection for 3 stacks. So that goes to 36% of their physical protections. And this applies and stays on them. So that means your teammates will actually do that extra 36% damage as long as it's on them still. This item also gives you a nice amount of physical power and actually very nice attack speed, which is what we're aiming for. After that, you're going to want to sell Ichabod, as I said earlier, and then you're going to go an item called Odysseus Bow. The reason why I showed Odysseus Bow as my last and final item is because it gives you 40% attack speed, as you see here, 2.37 attack speed, and with his passive, that you gain a 10% attack speed per minion inside of you, you be in, and so you're going to be over the limit, I know that, but you're going to be able to obviously be at the limit of 2.5, and that was the goal of this build, was just to make it so you can get there and dish out as much damage as you can as fast as you can. Also, since your ultimate, as you saw earlier, was in a cone shape, Odysseus Bow has passive where every time you basic attack somebody, and every 4th attack, it triggers a lightning effect. So basically why we got this item is because if you use your cone and you hit, like, let's say 4 people in one area, as soon as you use your basic attack once, you're going to proc Odysseus Bow. And so pretty much, you're going to want to just keep hitting as much people as you can with your Odysseus Bow, so that way you can trigger its effect and give it that extra bounce on your enemies. Then your last item, you run and go into Patient. That's been pretty much it, guys. If you guys like this build video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and also subscribe to stay updated with these builds. That's been it, guys. Have a good day. Peace.